And good morning. Welcome back to RSN Live. A beautiful morning. A great day to do some skiing out and about. And if you haven't had an opportunity to do any skiing yet because you said, I don't have any boots, or you forgot your boots, well, you know what? We are here to give you some information now. We have Tim and Merlin from Strolz Boots. Good morning, gentlemen. How are you?
Great.
And I know a little bit more about these boots because from the last time you guys were on, but we want to make sure everybody out there knows about these boots because this is a phenomenal concept. It's custom-made boots.
It is. We start from the bottom. You come in for a consultation. We measure your feet, take an ink footprint. We're the only company in the world that has molds for every half-size boot, and we actually have inner boots that are every half size as well. So we're not trying to fit 2 or 3 different half sizes into one boot.
Yep.
So it's a very precise fit and length. And then width, depending on the width of your foot, instep, we take wooden lasts and match them exactly to your foot. Width, height of the instep, any pressure on the ankles, we have special pads for that. We heat up the shell, insert this last in 3 different pieces, insert it, then put it in the freezer or put it outside the shop, let it cool down so it doesn't have that muscle memory.
Yeah.
So you never have to come back and reshape it just because it came back with the muscle memory. That we kind of eliminate that with the freezing.
Yeah, it's amazing. We were looking at this before, and this piece here, it's 3 pieces. So you can, if you have a high rid arch, or this would be your arch, instep.
Yep.
High one or low one, they can put different pieces in there. So you are going to get the ski boot of a lifetime.
Yeah,
basically.
It's going to be the ultimate in custom fit ski boots.
And let's talk about how you do that. There's some nice video going on too. As we talk about, there's the...
Yep, that's when we shape the wooden last. We build it up with cork based on the footprint, and then here it is inserting the last into the soft shell after we heat it up, and that's during the foaming process there. We're injecting the foam into the tubes, into these tubes here. So this is a special inner boot. You can see, I don't know where the camera is there, but you can see how wide it is. It's a special extra wide liner, so we can accommodate tremendously wide feet. Some people come in and say, I have to special order all my shoes, nothing ever fits, I'm going to quit skiing. Well, this BR bright liner, which is German for wide, is going to solve that problem. Yep. So we stretch the shell with this wooden last, depending on the size of the foot on the footprint, and then we use this extra wide liner and fill in the foam around it so it's exactly to your foot, regardless of width or any other shapes you have.
Right, so you add the foam and then the foam hardens.
Yep.
And so that becomes your liner.
Exactly.
Exactly.
You can't share it, you can't hand them down. You might be able to reuse the shell, but the liner is uniquely your own.
Yep. But and like you were mentioning before, the neat thing is that you're matching a shell and you're matching a liner.
Right.
So it's 2 components as opposed to a lot of times where you might just kind of get something off the rack which has the liner, has the shell. You're custom matching.
Right, exactly. And what happens with a wide foot a lot of times in the forefoot, they'll go up in size to accommodate that width, but then the heel and the ankle is left floating in the back because it's actually not matched to the size, only the forefoot is. So with our system, we can match to the width, but then in the back, when we inject the foam, it molds and flows in around the Achilles, around both ankles, so you don't get that heel lift just because you fit the width of your foot.
Right.
And we have different combinations. We have this boot here is the SWM, and it's actually made for a stronger calf and a calf that sits a little lower. So if you have a shorter Achilles, the boot sits a little lower and is actually wider around the top of the boot, so it can accommodate not only strong calves, but calves that happen to sit a little lower because the Achilles is short. So we have a lot of different combinations to fit, width of the foot, instep, arches, ankles, calves, you name it. We can figure it out.
Yep. And one of the things too that was interesting to me is you're probably watching this going, well, this is a great idea. This will be great for next winter because it's going to take so long to get these boots made. It's not. It's a half-day process.
Yeah, and not even. It takes usually about 2 hours. We're starting to run through stock now because it's been a great winter. But with Merlin here over from Austria, 4th generation, we can get the boots done between an hour and a half and 2 hours. So it's nice to, he'll be working on one part, I'll be working on the other, and we can really get through it, and you'll leave with a great pair of boots.
Right. So it's not even a half day is not even a half day. So you have the opportunity. So you can say, you know what, I want to go skiing this week.
Yep.
And you can do it in a Strolz boots.
Absolutely. During the day, I'm up on the hill with the Cranmore race team, and Merlin occasionally goes up to the hill, but if we have an appointment, Merlin can stay back and fit the boots there at the shop while I'm up, and then I'll come back. So say like tonight, if you wanted to come in for boots, we could fit you tonight. You could be skiing on these boots tomorrow morning.
Absolutely incredible. Now, Merlin, as Tim said, you are fourth generation Strolz boots.
Yeah.
And so how's your adventure been so far over here?
Yeah, it was great. I just arrived from California, you know, and so I know the landscape of the west side and also the east side. And yeah, I just have to say that it's great here in America.
And have you been out? Have you gotten out skiing at all?
Yeah, just yesterday. Well, great conditions.
Really, it's amazing how good it is.
Yeah.
That's great. And so you have, and your family, you said you started with
hiking boots.
Hiking boots, that's what it was, and then evolved into ski boots.
Right, because my grandfather was also a skier in the World Cup, and you know, then he just made out of the hiking boots ski boots, and then continued the business and until now.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that's great. And so, Tim, you are located where? Let's so people can find you.
Right off of the main street here, right on Mechanic Street. The address is 68 Mechanic Street. We're on the corner of Mechanic and Sweat. It's a little red house. You'll see the Strolz sign, and come up. If we're not there, call the number on the window, which is 603-498-7899, or you can visit us on the website as well. But if you're up here and you want some boots, give that number a call on the window, and we'll set you right up.
Terrific. So if you're driving down the main drag in North Conway, when you get to the North Conway Library, you turn right on there. That's Mechanic Street. Head up there, not very far at all.
It's your second left.
And you can't miss the sign.
Right.
I see it every time I drive by
Absolutely.
there. And so for Strolz boots. So what else? Any other last minute things? We were talking about colors.
Yep, it's pretty much black and red. You know, if you want the stiffer model, it's going to be red. If you don't, it's going to be black. Everything's made off the same mold, essentially, and then we have different cuff configurations depending on the anatomy of the customer. So everything is really based on your anatomy and what you're looking for in performance and comfort, and then we go from there. So, you know, we try and solve everything in the 2 hours before we even foam, and then you leave with a perfect boot.
That's just an incredible thing. So, well, guys, thanks so much for coming down.
Thanks for having us.
Have a great week. Enjoy the skiing.
Yep, I will.
And I'm sure we'll see you again. Tim and Merlin from Strolz Boots. And